Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of AuntDi's. Today we're going to do a 3D Christmas house. Why? Because I felt like it. I think it was cool. I like doing 3D paper products. So the one I picked was the 3D Christmas house in Dashing Through the Snow in Design Space. So I'm just loading it up. Now, I don't want to make it as small as it has it here. I want to make it big. So what you need to do first is ungroup everything. So we're going to click it all and ungroup. Now we're going to regroup individual pieces. So we need to make sure that we have everything for these windows clicked. So highlight the whole thing and then push group. And do that for each and every one window, making sure that you only are highlighting everything for the one window. Just like I'm doing here. The floors are already all grouped together and the roof. So you don't need to do them, you just need to move them. I like to pile everything on top of each other, much like I'm doing now. Now, let's click all that, align it to the center, and move it out of my way. Now I'm going to go to the main part of the house. Make sure you only click on one part of the house. If you touch the other one at all, it will select it also. See? So be very careful. There I go. And group it and do it for the last half. And group. Now I can select everything and oh, I didn't do it that way, but really all you need to do is select everything and center it. Now for my size, I'm going up to, so now with the sizing, I originally played around with the width, but what I ended up doing was changing the height. So I am changing the height of this project to the maximum 11.5. So it's going to fit actually in a long mat. If I just did the width like I showed you, then it would still fit in a single size mat, but I want it even bigger. So now I'm going to change it, the height, to 11.5 instead. And as you can see now, it's going to be on the mat, the bigger mats instead of the little mats. So that's exactly what I want. I'm going to set up my machine. Here's all the other cuts that you'll have. I'm going to go set up my machine, make sure I have all the right blades ready, and I'm going to go cut this. When I come back, we're going to put it back, or put it all together. So just give me a moment. Oh, I've done all my cuts, as you can see, and I've taken everything off of the mats. Just be very, very careful, especially with some of these little, like these ones. I should not have used this paper, but I used the corrugated paper, and it didn't turn out the best cuts, but you know what, I'll still use them. So I'm just going to move things aside, especially when you pull things off like these, like your walls. Be very careful, very, very careful. So I've just given them a shake because we've got these little window pieces here that I don't want to lose, and I think, oh, there's the rest of them. Okay, so let me just move everything aside a bit, and I'm going to bring in my little window pieces and my window boxes. Now you need to fold these window boxes. So get on the score lines and get them folded. If you want to do them really tight, get your score thingy and run it down. Okay? So you need to score those. You also need to attach that one part. So I've got my glue bottle sort of filled. I forgot to do that step, which is very important. I'm just got a small glue bottle here with a small tip, which I love. Just gotta get the right side of the paper. And sorry, it's taking a moment to get the glue down. There we go. And you're just going to put, this is why I like these little tip things for these little projects. So just put some glue on your window, probably not as much as I just did, and place it over the cutout square so that it looks like it's a framed. Okay, so you're going to be doing that for each one of these windows. So let's first fold these ones this way. The other ones you're going to fold the opposite way, okay? But the two edge ones fold the opposite from, like I just said, the other ones. Then you're going to get your window frame, like I just did again, but you don't need to. And just position it so you don't see the light. See, this one is got to be folded all. So you're going to do, the first crease is going to come towards you. Your next crease is going to go away from you. Like that. Away from you. And towards you. Like so. And then this one goes away from you. Like that. Now let's get the window on. And I'm just going to use this glue bottle because it'll be faster. I hope. Me and glue, we're not doing too good today. Somehow keep that standing up. There. Whoops. Now way too much on the window. So I'll just smear it around. This window's not going to fall off. And we'll put it in place. If you're like me, you're covered in glue. So I'm just going to wipe some off. Okay. So next, we need to put the shingles on, or your, whatever you call those things that go on the side of the window. The shutters. as you can see with this one, I've already put the door on, and I put a little bling bling on the door. So let me just reach for my last two shutters. So this is when you would decorate some of it if you want, as you're putting it together. It's a bit easier when it's flat than when than when it's erect to put things on it. It'd just be easier if you wait and do it if you do it first, like I did with my blingy door handle. Okay, so that's done. Now you're going to move on to the building. So I just kept mine the white pieces, and you're going to crease everything. Let me just get some glue off there, much like I already have here. I'll just quickly show you here. Now, while I have this here, I am going to apply this part to it. Your windows would be a very good guide on lining him up. Once again, I think just white glue is going to do. Let's see if my little one's ready, and it is. So I'm just going to run white glue on it. It doesn't have to be completely covered. Okay, let's flip this baby over and get her in place. So use the windows as your guide. That's the nice thing also with glue, is that you do have some time to readjust things if need be. Okay, so just set that aside and let that one dry. And we're going to do the same thing again with the house. And now I can glue it on. I got dog hair stuck to my hand though. Oh, I want that upside down still. Okay, so once again, use your guides. I hope I'm still recording, because my camera is just blinking away like crazy. So I'm going to have to put a plug on it. So let's put these to the windows. And let dry. Okay, now that my camera's been recharged, I am back, and as you can see, I'm now in a different spot. So we will continue. We need to continue decorating and applying our pieces. Now, if you notice you don't get absolute clean cuts, sometimes you don't, you can take your X-Acto knife or just your scissors and just run them down that area that you didn't have your clean cuts. So I've got my glue bottle back, and let's bring in just a little bit. I am just going to once again apply my glue this picked up, take the glue down, bring this back, and we're just going to apply it. So just carefully try to line it up as best you can with the other side and your windows. These ones aren't going to line up so nice, but that's okay. Try to move them just a little bit. Okay, that one's done, so let's put that one there. Let's get the other one. Flip it over and start to glue. Okay. The other one. Pick that one up. Put the front door in play, or the front piece, and line it up. Okay, and then we're going to have to let that stuff dry. Now, while that dries, I went ahead and instead of using just the paper for the windows, I cut out some acetate. So let's just take the piece of plastic off the acetate. Now I found the best way of attaching this is just using my ATV gun. So I'm just going to run a little bit of tape right around the edge. That side, don't need that piece of tape. Then you're just gonna, let's do this one because I've already put the window. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can see the glisten on that one. So let's put it on this one. And you're just going to put it in place. Cut a little crook at the windows. That's okay. Let's see if I can straighten it a bit. Oh yeah, I can. I'm just going to trim a tiny bit off here. This is also because I'm using the acetate. It's also going to help support this a lot better than just using paper. So you just put that on to cover the windows. Give it a good push down. And like I said, this is also going to give more support to your structure. So there, now we got the window on both. So once again, get your piece of acetate that you picked. This is from Cricut. I will include below the links, the products I've used. This one must have already come off. And I am going to trim this one right away. In the hopes of being able to get that a bit straighter. Okay, so let's put the tape on. I guess you could use hot glue. I don't find regular glue really works that well with this stuff, but you could. And we are just going to get the garbage out of the way and place it in. Trimming a little bit off the edge. It's fine. You don't need these pieces anyways. I just wanted it to fit better. Okay, so there's that one. Now the one with the door. It still has its piece of plastic on to help protect it. Now make sure when you do the door that you've got it going the right way. So we will get the dog hair off the tape and run the tape right down the edge. Forget to go up and around the door. And also the door needs to get attached. Okay. So we're going to line that up with the door. Like so. Don't worry, some of your tape goes out of the windows or out of the sides because this stuff just rubs right off. See? So when you flip it over, this little bit right here that I've got will come off. And a little bit in the window up there I got will come off. Okay, excuse me. So we are ready to start assembling this. This is our base. As you can see, there's a cutout there. So that is going to be for the door. Now these little tabs or what we attach the house to. So, you can glue, you can two-way tape, you can whatever you choose. You know, I prefer good old glue. So, you gotta make sure you're gonna be putting the glue on the right side, so on the outside of the tabs is where you want to put your glue or your adhesive of whatever kind you're going to use. So that's going to be for the door. And then we got to put the glue on this side. Now you may want to get clamps. It probably would help with this part. So what you're going to do is you're going to attach it. I should have done one at a time, truthfully. So bring it forward. And I did the wrong edge. So I'm going to wipe that off with just a little damp cloth, or wipe some of it off anyways, just so it's out of my way, which works out better because I only want in the one spot. So let's just do one at a time. We're going to line up the door with the tabs. Make sure that your foldy tabs will go around the corner. So line it up so that your tabs are matching up with the house. And give it a squeeze. Like so. Now we're going to add some glue here. You could use hot glue, you could use, like I said, two-way tape. I'm just going to use good old glue. Make sure you give it a push in to put the two pieces together. And personally, I'm going to leave those to dry for about, 5 or 10. Okay, now that that side's dried up nice, we're going to continue and put the next side on, just like we did. So, get your glue and run it on, remember, the outside of your base. Put your wall up to it. But this time also you have your tab here for the side. I hope my head's not in the way. So we're going to run glue down that tab also. Okay? And now let's just get everything glued together. So just line it all up. As well as you can. Just want to put something back there to help hold it for me. My niece is sending me text messages. She ran over to her local, because she's in a town where there's a Michael's, for me. But while she was there, she put her name in for a draw for some Cricut items, and she won it. So we're just discussing now that she wants her own Cricut, she says. I've offered her to borrow my Cricut Explorer. Yeah, it's a little older, but it still works with Design Space. And she can borrow that and see what she thinks. So I'm just right now pushing the tab, boo, and boo, boo, and the edge of the house together. And that's all I'm doing at this moment. Now, it's a good thing to have something with some weight to hold it up as you're doing this, just to make sure it stays up. So, I'll borrow my daughter's candle to do so. Make sure that it's also right on the ground. So we're just getting these pieces nice and snug. Getting this corner just right. As the glue sits for a few minutes, it will get a bit tackier, so it'll be easier to keep them together. And that should work. Now you're just going to do the same thing with the back. You're going to get glue on your bottom, like that. Bring it in. So glue there. And this time the tab's on this one. So you're going to get that folded, and you're going to put glue on that tab. That's the other reason I'm using glue. It's because it's just a little less awkward, I think, than to try to get the tape on. So now you're just going to fold it like so. Work on just pushing the two pieces back, or pushing the two pieces together. So just make sure that this is adhered very well. Okay? So now we're going to work on the roof. So we're going to put this baby aside just for a few moments. I still have some tacky pieces there for garbage. Okay? Don't need the X-Acto knife. And we're going to pull in our roof pieces. Put you guys back in spot. Okay, so we have all our roof pieces. What we need to do is we need to insert all the windows into place. Yeah, that's not supposed to even be there. So we're going to get our windows that we folded. And remember that those tabs were folded like that, because those are your tabs that are going to be attached to the window, to the roof. So just get your window and get it popped into place. Might take a moment or two, because you're going to be attaching it to that part. And then you're going to also attach this folded part. They're going to be attached right there. So let's do that one first. So we're going to put our glue on. And we're going to work this piece back in so that it matches right up to that edge. Okay, and then just fold it in place. Make sure it's right on that crease. And right in there. Nice and snug. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's run glue down that edge. Get the paper through there, because this piece needs to go in, and it doesn't want to. Why are you being so difficult? Thank you. Okay. So now you just get that attached. Sometimes it's easier to do it this way. Well, it is easier. Now these folds are what's going to help shape your windowsill. So let's make sure they're nice, good folds. So now you want to attach the top part to the top part. Okay, and you're going to want to hold it for a moment when you do, because you want these edges to get attached very well. So let's just run some glue. You could do two-way tape on this one, but the glue's right there. Now we're going to pull it out just a little bit, and you're going to attach it. Okay, so it's one window, 3 more to go. So do just like that with each one of the windows. So once you're happy with that, we are going to go ahead and build the house roof. There are your score lines. I didn't catch that one. Up at the top is one. So just give it a good crisp score. You've got some at the bottoms too. So it doesn't really matter which way you go with this. Bring you up a bit more. Because you're going to match everything up. Now, your score line, let's figure out which one goes where. Those folds, like that. So that could have been glued just a tiny bit right there. And put together. Okay, so I went and I got my clamps, my proper little teeny weeny clothespins, so I can put that corner there. So all I'm doing is just putting a tiny bit of glue on the edge of the bottom piece, and I'm just attaching it to the opposite wall. Okay. Now we're going to put the roof together. We have the piece up at the top that we need to glue on, but we're going to just do one side of the roof at a time. Okay. So we'll do this side, move that one over. So we are just going to put glue up there on this one. These are the folds that we had just scored with your machine. So there, I've got glue all over the edges, and I'm not so sure how that's supposed to go. I think, yes. Now we're just going to bring it right up and match it. A lot easier said necessarily than done. you want to try to make sure it's pretty even. You can reach inside and put your clips, which would probably be a good idea. Let's see if I can make sure you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just clipping the bottom to the top. These are just little clothespins that I've gotten from, like, I think the dollar store, Dollarama. Michael's even sells them. They're more for making crafts with, but I use them for my clamps. So I'm just checking if I'm happy with how far that sticks out. I think so. So we're just going to push it down a bit. So that it sticks here too. I want it to stick everywhere. Okay. And once you are ready to move on, don't forget to take your clamps out from the inside. This one's going to be a tad more difficult to get attached to everything. So we will just do the best we can. So let's just size it up with this one, which works perfect. So we're going to put glue on the inside of this roof. Glue down your edge. Across the bottom. Okay. Now we're just going to match this one with the one that's already up there. So just match it up. And once it's matched up, put it together. You could even use, once again, a couple of little clamps to make sure that that top piece sticks nicely. You want your seam to be very tight, especially on the roof where you're going to see it very well. So just put a whole bunch of these across, whatever you need to keep that tight. That's definitely going to be a nice tight seam. Okay, so go back to your other side and then just start doing your best to fold over the bottom and attaching it. Okay, so that's going to be the awkward one. Let's crease that a bit nicer. Or recrease it. So this one's going to be the awkward one because you have really nothing that you can do to help hold it and make sure you've got it all the way across. So you just got to sort of hope that it's going to stick for you. So that one you can only really hope for the best. That's all nicey's done. I'm just waiting for that piece to dry. And then you can remove everything from the top. And we have ourselves quite the cool 3D house. That is like such a cool house. I'm definitely going to keep that and make some kind of village from this. So anyways, guys, I hope this helped. I'm not video ready, so I'm not going to pop my face in there. My hair is quite the mess. So I enjoyed making this with you guys, though, very, very much. We're going to make another one and do them and see what we can come up with for a little village for Christmas. But yeah, I really like our house. I think that is such a cool little project. So until next time, guys, don't forget to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification button so you will be notified when I do release my videos. I am trying my darnest to become a bit more consistent with that. So hopefully things quiet down here in real life and I'll be able to start doing that. So, but until next time, guys, happy crafting.